Hi boys and girls, I hope you're all safe and well. This week our video is going to be all about Fairtrade. Today starts Fairtrade Fortnight, which is when we educate ourselves about the importance of helping others through what we buy. Now I know we know quite a lot about Fairtrade because we've spoken about it numerous times throughout your years at St Aloysius. So today we're going to focus more on this word fair. What does it mean? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to your family members? And what does it mean for the people that produce the goods that we buy? We will recap on the importance of fair trade, where we can buy fair trade, what fair trade products are out there, and then we're going to have a little look at the Fairtrade banana story, and I have a little sequence for you to complete. I've also included the ingredients and the instructions of how to make a Fairtrade banana smoothie. And there is a little video at the end that you can watch all about the Fairtrade cocoa bean. So I hope you enjoy. Bye.
So our learning intention today, boys and girls, is to learn the importance of treating people fairly and supporting Fairtrade farmers. When people go shopping, what do you think influences their decisions to buy a particular product? Is it the price? The name? The brand? The picture of a person on a particular item? The availability of the product? Or the quality? You can either pause this and have a little discussion with your family members that are around you or your class members in school, or shout some of the ideas out at the screen if you are taking part in this by yourself. Is it some of them? All of them? None of them? Have a little think. What we do know, boys and girls, is in the past few years, there has been a rapid growth in the demand for organic and vegan food. Consumers in richer countries are now beginning to think more about the people creating the product they are buying. They are now demanding higher standards, fair trade agreements, and ethical trading to support the developing countries, which is fantastic for the farmers that are growing the foods that we are eating. Increasingly, consumers want to know more about who makes the products they are buying, whether the products are environmentally friendly, what conditions are like for workers who make the product, what the manufacturer's reputation is like. Do they, for example, use child labour, or are their products tested on animals? And is the packaging they use recyclable? Let's look at this word fair. Fair is treating people equally without favouritism or discrimination. Treating people in a way that is right, a way you would want to be treated by others, or treating a group of people equally and not allowing personal opinions to influence your judgment. Let's have a little look at some of these statements. Fair or not fair? Would you think that it was fair that some children attend school 5 days a week? Some children are not allowed to attend school because they are girls. Some children have to pay to attend school. Some children are unable to attend school because they are in a country full of wars. Some children are being made work in factories, so they're unable to go to school throughout the day. Some children get everything and anything that they want. Or some children have to help their families by walking miles every day just to clean water. Have a little think again with a family member, or if you're in school, you can have a little discussion just now with your classmates and teacher. Just pause and see what you think. Discrimination, boys and girls. All around the world, acts are taking place that are just not fair. People are being discriminated because of the colour of their skin, their country of birth, or their religious beliefs. Often, the people far away who grow and nurture our foods, such as the cocoa bean or the banana, are the ones who get the worst deal from what we buy. Instead, it's the big companies and the advertisers who profit the most. Martin Luther King once said, "In the morning we drink coffee provided for us by a South American, or tea by a Chinese, or cocoa by a West African. So before we leave our jobs in the morning, we're already indebted to more than half the world." That's such an interesting quote, boys and girls, and something that I know myself I don't think of when I'm reaching for a certain food in the morning. Without the farmers or the people growing these products, we would have very little of what we eat. So it's important that they are being treated fairly. As a school community, we can help by being fair and kind to others. It's Fairtrade Fortnight, so for the next 2 weeks we can educate ourselves on fair trade, and we can encourage our family members that when possible we buy a fair trade product. Well, what is fair trade? All around the world, people make a living of growing and making things to sell. The food and products are then shipped all over the world. However, if they are not paid a fair price for the products they have grown or made, then they will not have enough money to live, to buy basic products, to go to school, or to get medicine when needed. All things, boys and girls, we are guilty for taking for granted every single day. Fair trade is about paying a fair price for the things we buy. Fair trade farmers will get better prices for the crops that they grow. They will have better working conditions, so the workers are treated well. They get to work in a safe conditions, clean environments. They get given breaks when needed, and children get to go to school rather than working at a young age. It keeps farming sustainable, which allows farmers to continue for a long period of time. Fair terms of trade for farmers and workers in poorer countries. So that just means the selling of their goods, they're getting a fair price for that. Extra money is usually put into things that help the local community. So for example, they might be able to get wells to provide clean running water to save them having to walk for miles in order to get this. They might be able to build schools for children, and some may be able to get bicycles in order to get to work. So here, boys and girls, is the Fairtrade logo. So when you see this in a product, you know you will be helping provide a better life for others. So let's have a little look at some of the Fairtrade products. So we know about the Fairtrade banana. You can get Fairtrade tea, Fairtrade coffee, lots of lovely Fairtrade chocolate. Ben & Jerry's do a lovely Fairtrade ice cream. Fairtrade clothes, Fairtrade cotton. You see here as well some Fairtrade makeup. So there's lots and lots of products now, boys and girls, that are Fairtrade. Much more supermarkets and shops are producing and are stocking the Fairtrade products for us to buy. So let's have a little look at the banana story. So here, We've got 6 pictures of the banana story. Have a little look, again discuss with family members or people within your class, pause the video and just have a little look and see if you can put the order of the Fairtrade banana into sequence. What would it start with? What would they have to do? And then what do you think the procedure would be? Okay, so here is the correct order. So the bananas grow on the banana plant in tropical countries. These banana plants can grow up to 5 meters in height, and it can take a year for the banana plant to produce bananas that are ready. The farmer cuts the bananas from the plant when they are still hard and green. Then the bananas are washed and packed into boxes and trays. They are kept in a cool place so that they do not ripen too quickly. When the boxes are full, they are put into containers and brought to huge ships and loaded onto them. Seafarers work on the ships, making sure to keep the ships safe and clean, and they look after the bananas and make sure everything is in order. The ship makes a long journey across the oceans until it reaches its destination. The ships are unloaded and the bananas are put into lorries. The bananas are brought to special warehouses where they ripen so that they are ready to eat. And then once the bananas are ready to be sold, they're loaded onto lorries, and then the lorries take them to the supermarkets for us to be able to buy them. So I have put on the ingredients for making a Fairtrade banana smoothie, if you're able to. So you might have the ingredients today, or perhaps your family members will be able to pick up some of the ingredients over the next few days for you. So if you're able to do it, you will need 1 or 2 Fairtrade bananas, a handful of strawberries, a glass of milk or perhaps Fairtrade vanilla ice cream, and 2 teaspoons of honey. Now that's an added extra, so that is not desperately needed. And then I've got what you would do to make your smoothie. So all the instructions are there, from cutting your fruit to putting it into your blender and then preparing your smoothie. And it definitely looks delicious, and I'm sure it tastes even better. So boys and girls, a little bit of time for reflection. Think about the workers who grow all of the foods we eat. Do all of the workers get a fair price for the produce that they grow? Would buying Fairtrade products help improve the lives of others? So again, just pause and have a little discussion with your classmates or perhaps your family members. If you're having a little listen to it on your own, you could write down your answers in your jotter or in a little bit of paper and perhaps talk to your family members at a later stage. Here I've put a video. Again, I can't play the video because it's YouTube, but this is a video about a little girl's journey, her journey in the fair trade, and she goes to speak to farmers all about the cocoa bean and how it has improved their lives being fair trade farmers. So have a little watch of the video. It's very interesting and it'll just help you understand a little bit more about the journeys that certain people are going through. So well done everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.